My topic today is crisis management policy, no? And the key elements in crisis management policy are the following, no? So ito dapat yung laman kung gagawa tayo ng policy, dapat may purpose and scope, meron kang definitions, meron kang content and priority, responsibilities, implementations, procedures, and guidelines, no? So kung gusto natin ng basic template, ito siguro, no? Or pwede naman natin i-modify, no? Pero uh, kung naghahanap tayo ng template at kailangan natin ng contents, ito yung contents ng crisis management policy, no? So, purpose, ano ba yung nakalagay sa purpose ng crisis management policy? Ano ba yung intent natin, no? Or what is purpose? Something set up as an object or an end to be attained, no? According to Webster's dictionary, no? Example is like for example, no? Ito yung sa Australia University, no? Southern Cross University in Australia. No? This policy establishes the framework for the university to, number one, manage emergencies and crises affecting the university. Number two, protect the health, safety, and security of staff, students, contractors, and visitors in emergencies and crises. And number three, support the continuation of and management of disruption to the university's business and reputation caused by an emergency or crisis. So, ito yung purpose statement nila sa kanilang crisis management policy. No? And then, susunod scope. No? What is scope? Ito yung object or range of operation ng policy natin. No? Another example from that same Southern Cross University is this. No? This policy applies to all students, staffs, contractors, visitors to the university. And all other facilities managed by the university. No? So, yun ang scope ng crisis management plan nila, no? Or policy. No? Next, associated policies. No? Bababa ko lang ito. No? So, associate policies, no? These are other existing policies that may be referred to or related to the crisis management policy. Like for example, para hindi na natin ulitin, no? Merong University Health and Safety Policy, merong manual for DRM and Service Continuity Plan, no? So para hindi na natin ulitin, para hindi na natin redundant, pwedeng i-attach na lang natin this policy is also in support of these other policies, no, na nag-exist sa university. Section 2, definitions. Importante ang definitions, no, in order to avoid confusion. Pag sinabi kong emergency response team, nagkakaintindihan tayo, no? Why? Kasi disaster is one part of disaster is chaos, no? And chaos, ang cause ng chaos is one of the causes of chaos is confusion, no? So in order to avoid confusion, we have to be clear and we have to communicate with the readers what we mean when we say some terminologies included in the policy, no? So dapat nagkakaintindihan tayo lahat na pag sinabi kong disaster, hindi calamity yung sasabihin ng isa, hindi, 'di ba? May iba't ibang words no? Dapat unified yung pagkakaintindi natin, no? Like for example, definition of first responder, a person who is aware of or immediately responds in any way to an incident, emergency, or crisis. Okay. Number 3, content and priority, section 3, no? It dictates all the information that this policy includes, no? Like for example, this manual includes emergency procedures and contact details of agencies and so on and so forth, no? The content and priority states the preference or importance of things when it comes on decision making. No? Priority example, the university's priority in crisis or emergencies are, number 1, preserve life and avoid injury. Number 2, preserve the university's brands, assets, and operations. Number 3, return to business as soon as practical. Number 4, minimize the impact on local community and environment. And support whenever possible the local community and emergency response. No? So, for example, buhay muna bago gamit, di ba? So, yun ang isang example ng priority in your crisis management policies. Number 4, section 4 are responsibilities. No? Ano yung responsibilities? Ano ba yung moral, legal, and mental accountability natin in these policies, no? So, example, no? To develop, monitor, and evaluate or update your crisis management policies, no? So, yung crisis management committee, ano ba yung responsibilities niya? Develop the plan, monitor the plan, and evaluate the plan. And if necessary, update the plan or the crisis management policy, no? Ano ba yung examples ng responsibilities? Committee will meet at least quarterly, and sino ba ang dapat na members or sino yung pwedeng i-appoint na members ng Crisis Management Committee. Section 5, implementation. No? Implementation is the process of making something active or effective. No? Like for example, the university will engage in the following: emergency planning committee training, emergency planning committee development, review and maintenance of emergency and crisis management framework, continuous review of availability and capability of resources including people, systems, and equipment to coordinate a response to an emergency or crisis. So paano siya i-implement? Section 6, procedures. No? Paano natin gawin ang bagay-bagay, no? Or ano yung series of steps, no? Para itakil natin ang isang specific condition or definite order, no? Ito yung isang example na sinabi ni Dr. Bosa kanina, no? Pagka paano pag may nakita akong usok, ano yung susunod na gagawin ko? Pipindutin ko ba yung fire alarm or kukuha muna ako ng fire extinguisher, no? So these are procedures. Paano ko tatawagan yung paano ako mag-activate ng emergency and crisis management plan ko or incident command, no? So these are the procedures na kailangan nandun. And section 7, guidelines, syempre ito yung guiding principles, no? Hanggang saan ang pwede at ano yung pwede kong gawin dito sa policy.